All right. Welcome to another episode of Levi in the Closet. Thank you guys for checking out the video. I appreciate it. Just to plug myself a little bit here before I get into the video, uh, leave a like on this video, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and also comment. I really appreciate that. Do all three of those, and also follow Levi Acid on Instagram. You can message me there. You can see what I'm up to. It's my daily life, and yeah. So getting into the video, if you haven't seen my previous videos, I like to show an item out of my closet at the beginning of every video, just to show you a little bit about my style and keep it fresh for you guys. So today's item is my Wiz Khalifa The Boys of Summer shirt. He went on tour. This is back when, I can't remember the name of the album, but We Them Boys just came out, and Fall Out Boy just put out a new album, and they got back together after a hiatus. And so I went and saw them. They were touring with Wiz Khalifa, Fall Out Boy, Wiz Khalifa. Crazy, like, who would have thought? And I really enjoyed it, getting to see Fall Out Boy. Like, it was a band I always wanted to see, and I never got to, but then I got to, much later, to my surprise. And Wiz Khalifa as well. It was so dope. And at one point, he was up on stage, and he said, "All right, if you got some shit to smoke, light that up right now." And then he started doing a song, and everybody, like, we were sitting in the back on the lawn on a blanket, but there was the rave pit, in the middle, a huge cloud of smoke, and we were sitting back so we could see this, but this huge cloud of smoke just into the air like a mushroom cloud. Um, yeah, it was a really great concert. I enjoyed it. I really love the shirt. It's got the smiley face, something I really love. It's got the little clouds with the dollar signs and pot leaves and joints. And in the beginning when I first got this shirt, I was like, it doesn't seem like it's that quality. Like, it seems like one of those stiff shirts that get really bad print jobs, but then the more I've had it, I really like it. Like, it's got like a color gradient to it. It's actually a pretty good material. Like, it has the appearance of a cheaper shirt, but it's actually really well made. Yeah, so this is just an ode to the nicer weather, to the summer coming, getting hot boy summer ready. Every summer's got to be hot boy summer. I'm getting hotter every summer. And so yeah, I have a lot to say about that in a future video, getting ready for hot boy summer. But getting into my topic of today's video, I know you guys have been waiting. So my topic is stop drinking. You need to stop drinking alcohol, because there's so many reasons why that I've come up with personally, and I'd like to just share that with y'all. If you're dealing with drinking, or if you have some kind of history with alcoholism or anything like that, which is serious, this is a serious topic, but if you want to change and you want to become the best self that you can be, the best man that you can be, then there's these things that you need to address and deal with in your life. Like, for me, it was alcoholism, and just like kind of addictive patterns, I'd say. And so anyway, I digress. The One of the main reasons that I think you need to stop drinking is just because it's a lot of money. It's expensive to keep buying drinks. Like, if you drink water, you get a water filter. Like, yeah, water filters are kind of expensive, but primarily if you just drink water, or maybe like a Gatorade or something else, there's good healthy beverages for you, like a V8 or something, or just juice. There's a lot of different things that are alternatives, and I know it doesn't give you that kind of feeling that alcohol does. And it's just, I spent a lot of money at the bar when I go to the bar, and then you pay for a tip as well. You have, like, I've had on some nights like 6 drinks maybe and 2 shots, and then buying that is more expensive than even just buying my own beer at home. But then I realized, like, I don't want to be drinking alone. Like, my parents always said that, and it finally kind of clicked for me. Like, I'd rather be doing it in a social environment like a bar if I'm going to drink. I don't want to have to come home and feel the need to drink and be alone by myself with my thoughts. That's, another downfall that, that's probably my second reason moving into that. Just mental health, or health in general. For your physical health, alcohol doesn't help you any, and especially if you're trying to get in shape, if you're going to the gym, if you're doing all the right things, And for me, I could justify it because I'd say, oh, I'm healthy in all these other areas. Having a couple beers isn't gonna hurt. Like I don't have a beer belly. I stay fit, or I stay physical enough to, keep lean, I guess. And so I could just justify that and say, you know what, I can drink alcohol. I know beer, like the grain and all that, it becomes fats. I'm not a nutritionist, but I just know that there's all these all these health risks that are associated with alcohol, or like your, what is it, liver failure or something like that, or poisoning, or I don't even know. Like that's very heavy into it, but at the same time, it can't be healthy for you. Like all these foreign contaminants in your body. It's not water. It's not naturally produced in your body. So anyway, that's another reason. And also, not only the physical side of it, the mental side of it. I want to be the one that's in control. And in any situation that drinking is involved, or over drinking, or just succumbing to that alcoholic tendency, it alters your ability to be aware. And like I want to have complete control over myself. Like I want to be able to think and logically think about a situation, not just reacting. Like maybe getting into a fight, or like almost getting in a fight, or like getting in a verbal altercation with somebody at the bar. Like that could all be changed now, because now I'll have the control. I won't feel like, oh, I'm just gonna yell and argue and get all upset with this person, and for some stupid reason, even like I don't even remember, like after you have a couple drinks, then it just doesn't even really matter anymore. You're not cognizant. And even driving, certain things like that, it slows your reaction time, and I don't want to have to deal with that. And that's just my decision. I want to be the one that's in control. And then also, if you are in a fight with somebody ever, and they've had alcohol and they've had a lot to drink, then you're going to feel like a superhero, because you're like 100% aware. And maybe they get more violent after a couple drinks, but usually like you're, like unsteady, and you can just go up to them, somebody just pop, like they wouldn't even know what hit them because they've been having drinks. So I think that in itself also, like I want to be the one that is in control of any situation. Like if somebody's coming at me or whatever it is, if I feel like I have to protect somebody, or whatever the case is, or if I have to, maybe chivalry, you're standing up for your woman, and you got to do that, and you don't want to have to fight somebody and you're going to lose. Like the more alcohol you consume, then the more probability that you're probably going to lose in a fight is. And that's just my reasoning. So anyway, I digress. And my third topic, or not my third topic, my third reason that you need to quit drinking is because it's just all, it's all part of the the stimulation, I guess. Like you make it feel, or they make you feel like when you go out, you got to drink. And this is just in my small town. Um, when you go to the bar and you go to socialize, it just seems like you're there to drink, and everybody has a drink. And a while back, I saw a guy and he was just drinking water all night. And I was like, wow, that's really interesting. Like, I never see anybody just drinking water. Like I said earlier, saving money, water doesn't cost you anything at the bar. But then also just like having I guess, the awareness, if that was where he was at in his life, that he could just do that and be like, you know what, I'm going to go to the bar and not drink, and I can socialize and talk to people, but I don't need a drink. But a lot of the time for me, it feels unnatural not to have a drink at the bar. Like I went there the other night and I had a pizza and I had a couple beers with my pizza, and still I wouldn't feel right in a way if I wasn't at the bar drinking. So I tried to just stay away from that, trying to cut back. And like, yeah, it's really nice to go to the bar and interact with people and be social. And now a lot more people know me. I've made some business deals there at the bar. That's where it gets done. But also, like, it doesn't feel natural to me going to the bar and not having a drink. And maybe, I've thought about it like, oh, I could just go there, get a soda or something like that. But then it's just, the same situation. I could have a soda at home, or I could buy myself a whole case of sodas, and it would be the same as just buying one there at the bar. And I can't justify that anyway. But I do, that's kind of the double-edged sword there, that I do enjoy going out and being social, but then also it leads to drinking, and especially if there's an event, there's usually drinking involved. And there's another bar in my town. They do a lot of cool stuff. Like they have concerts, and they have, you know, people performing there, and they have karaoke night and jam session night, drone races, all kinds of crazy stuff at the bar. And it's fun to go there and partake in these things, but then also a lot of it's free and paid for by drinks. Like that's how they make their money off of these events, is having completely free events, but you go there and you're spending money on drinks. And you know, as I want to support my community, but I don't want it to be in that way. You know, I'd rather support them in a positive way, not to feel like they have to drink all the time. Like that makes me feel like an alcoholic when I go someplace and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll have a drink, because that's kind of part of the stimulation is like, oh, you go to lunch and you have a beer, and you know, then at the end of the day, it's like, oh, you know, I'm gonna have dinner, I'm gonna have some supper, and I'm gonna have a beer, and you know, I'll go out and we'll go to the bar. I'll go to the bar by myself, or I'll take a date, and then you know, we have a couple drinks out on the date, and then you know, it's all these just opportunities that you get to drink, and it's all for money, I think. And tying into my, you know, my second topic here, my that was my first one. But anyway, I digress. I hope you guys took something away from this video. Stop drinking. It's just better for your life. You know, save your money, work on yourself, get healthy, and keep working on yourself. Become the best man that you can be. I'm gonna wrap it up here. So love yourself before anybody else. Keep working on yourself and stop drinking. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.